Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Extraordinary Connection. My name is Brian Steele, and I have the privilege of being the pastor at Grace United Methodist Church in Chesterfield, Michigan. And I'm grateful to be with you all for these couple of minutes. So, I got to thinking today. Last year, 2020, at the beginning of the pandemic, a lot of, if not all, or the majority of our church ministries had to be put on hold. The laity, meaning the people of the church, a lot of you watching, could not do the ministry of the church like you usually would. But now, most of us are back to doing church, at least in some way, and we're doing it together, even with the Delta variant looming over us. And for me, that brought up thoughts of some of our membership vows in the United Methodist Church. The vows are where we try to answer the questions, what does it mean to join a church? What is a church member? So for my next couple of devotionals, I thought I would talk about what each person promises to do when they join a local church body in our denomination. As a pastor, I get before people and ask them, as members of this congregation, will you faithfully participate in its ministries by your prayers, your presence, your gifts, service, and your witness? So that's what we're going to talk about. Prayers, presence, gifts, service, and witness. And let's start with prayer today. And I'm just going to start off and confess that I have a complicated relationship with prayer. Because sometimes I have seen prayer as an excuse for inaction. Sometimes I have seen prayer used as gossip, talking to other people in the church like, oh, well, we need to pray for so-and-so because they did this type of thing or whatever. We've been seeing tragedies happen in our world, like there are mass shootings, and people say, well, the only thing we can do is offer thoughts and prayers. And I disagree with that. And yet, sometimes the only thing somebody can do is offer prayer. You know, I've been a pastor for more than 6 years now, and I've served some incredible people who, as they've aged, they simply can't do what they used to be able to do. They can't even do what they wish they still could do. You know, part of this journey of life, this human experience, is that we're limited. And different phases of life bring different limitations. And that's just part of the human experience. And for some of these people who have aged and can't do what they used to do, when they have told me that they are praying for me, I know they mean it. And it's beautiful. It's their way of telling me that I'm worth their time, that they genuinely care. And then at the other end of ministry, when I've had people call me who are in the middle of a tragedy, sometimes there's simply nothing I can do other than pray with them. And yeah, I think that matters to God. Lifting each other to God when we don't feel like we can do it on our own, that matters. This is how we are in relationship with each other in a local church body and how we strengthen our relationship with God. So friends, maybe you can do nothing but pray. And maybe you can be the answer to your own prayer or be the answer to somebody else's prayer through your actions. But God desires for us to pray as an act of love and service to each other, to remind each other that God is with us. So go pray. Pray for your pastors. Pray for your church leaders. Pray for the people in your church. and let them know that they are loved and worthy of your prayers. Amen.